So yesterday we had a master class, and it was probably the first time ever that the two attendees had the exact same problem.
Yeah, they wanted us to fix their birds going to the other birds in their house, and that's kind of a challenge.
So the biggest challenge is we have a African ringneck called Avi, who you'll meet tomorrow, and he picks at Avi's feet. And even though she's smaller, she kind of bullies him. So we wanted to kind of see if there's a way to eliminate that.
I brought her in specifically because she is mean to my other birds. She will target them to attack their cages and stuff. So I just want to work with her so she doesn't fly to attack them. If they don't get along, they don't get along, that's fine. I just want to not worry about her attacking the other birds in the house.
Because we only had the bullying bird. We didn't have the getting bullied bird. So we were like, how do we work on this?
The first thing that we almost always start with in master classes or even consults is what's your bird's diet and what's your sleep, because these are the biggest foundational pieces that if you don't have that right, it's really difficult for us to make progress.
It also tells us a lot about what we're getting into. So if there's certain issues that are coming up in the class, we kind of know if it might be more hormone-based, if it might be more health-based, if it might be more behavioral. So this information gives us a lot of insight.
10 hours of sleep, I'll just kind of address this quickly. 10 to 10 and a half hours of sleep is like breeder level sleep. So sometimes when I hear like, oh, my bird did this for no reason, we usually can find the reason, but if we can't, it's usually because there's hormones being unintentionally triggered. And one of the big ways is using cage covers. Using it only down a third, I may or may not believe that would be a trigger, but I'd lean more towards it might be.
Okay.
But if it's already a dark room, then there's no reason for a cage cover. But finding a sleeper cage, this is great for a sleeper cage, and making sure that you can get that 12 hours of sleep is going to help reduce some of those like unexplainable behaviors. Yeah, territorial or for no reason. And that really applies to both you guys. Although you're getting the 12 hours, so I've just modified the cage cover thing.
Okay, maybe pull it right down completely.
Yeah, and then the Supreme.
No, not pull it right down completely. Get rid of it. Eliminate it.
Yeah, get rid of the cage cover.
Oh, just use the blackout curtain.
Yeah,
Yep.
Room dark.
I understood. Like, just pull it down. Like, get rid of it.
It's gone. It's gone.
And then we'll need to work on converting to a better pellet for you.
Okay.
Diet and sleep. Everybody starts there because that's like those are the main reasons, even for humans, for like why we're complete jerks or like we might be sociable. And
It's like when I get 6 hours of sleep, I just
Right?
yeah. If you don't sleep much or you don't get the right food, it's just you're not going to be set up for success. And so for Papaya, we got to get her switched, and it's female, yeah. The thing that's probably playing in your favor here is that they're probably not going to give each other a hard time because we're in a new environment. So oftentimes the territorial side of things comes from them being in an environment that they can be like kind of cocky and it's theirs. So I think we can work on things in this environment, but I don't think we're going to really see that same behavior.
If she has the opportunity to fly to a cage, she might not in here just because, like you said, it is different and she doesn't know anything.
Yeah.
So she's clearly comfortable enough to sleep.
Have you taught stationing?
I don't really know how to do that. So if we want to like do, and she is very, very smart, so she might be able to pick it up. I don't know how to teach my birds to stay in places. I've tried teaching it to my Conures. I've tried teaching them like a dog though. I'm like, stay.
Okay.
Yeah, it's
How'd that go?
She's like, well, we're here.
Yeah, well, we're here. It's nice to meet you. Yeah, I guess as like secondary things, are you thinking?
I think stationing would give you a tool to use at home. So you could, and this really goes for both of you, there's some distance where these birds are okay with your other birds, right? And it might be 100 yards, it might be 100 feet, whatever it is, we're going to start at that limit and use, so in this case, we could use stationing 100 yards from the bird that it wants to go kill, and we do stationing there. And then we move it 99 yards from that bird. And we just slowly get closer, but using the foundation and really the mental misdirection to guide all the attention to, hey, cue me to station, right? Or cue me a trick, do something. I'm out here, we're interacting, it's a training session, as opposed to like, I got all day outside the cage, I'm gonna go be a jerk for a little bit. All right, right? And that's how some species tend to be, and obviously individual birds have different tendencies for different things, but you know, that's definitely something worth looking at. And stationing or target training, these are tools that you can use to just redirect that attention before it becomes aggression.
All right, so I lost the footage of this bird learning to station in the very beginning. So we're gonna walk you through a crash course of how to teach stationing because I missed all of that. But then you're gonna get to pick up on where we left off, where we really dive into how we expanded the teaching. So you guys still have a lot to see and learn from this video, but crash course in how to teach stationing.
Basically, you want to pick where the station is going to be, and especially if your bird already knows how to target, you can target the bird to that location. So if that means that the bird's walking over initially to get to that stand or that perch, you start by doing that. We usually phase out having to touch the stick. We use the stick to tell the bird where we want them to go, and when they fly to that area, we click the moment their feet touch that ground or that perch. Then you can phase that out so that they have to go further and further, or you phase out using the stick by basically like tap, tap, tap with the stick, tap, tap, tap with the stick. The next time just tap, tap, tap with your finger. And you kind of use behavioral momentum, or the Simon Says effect, as we often say, to get the bird into a rhythm of tap, 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 and then touch, touch, touch with just your finger. And the bird anticipates what you want him to do, and that you can use that momentum to phase out the target stick. And then you can increase and change the distance as an additional variable, but that's how we really started.
Yeah, and you're gonna get to see us expand that on Zazu in the next footage.
Okay, so Hank, got to really read her body language, and
No, it's for one of the other people who's
So
doing
she wants to go
go
somewhere.
ahead and give her a treat. She just wants to earn a treat, and she thinks she has to do
Yes,
something. Okay, so this time step back slightly more. Perfect, so we did it while she was distracted. And we don't want her flying to or to anything else. We're gonna look for any sort of other body language, kind of calm maybe. Calm. That was relatively calm, right? Versus the heightened, like, call me, have me do something.
So all the safflower seeds on Amazon are fine.
Okay.
Even if they're for cardinals or whatever, it's all the same thing.
Okay, I wasn't sure if it was
for
like-
dogs. And people are like, well, what about for birds? So,
Okay.
Cool.
Okay, so when you tell me, you just say click when you think you should click.
She seems good now. Like, well, no.
You were
So
correct.
right
If
before
you would have
that.
done, because it was right before she
Yeah.
tried to fly. So your intuition was correct on that.
it just took you too long to say it, so that's why you said to say click.
Oh,
instead.
click.
What breed is this bird again? This bird?
She's a red-bellied parrot.
Red-bellied parrot. It's amazing. Just watch
It's,
this
so
bird.
we're pushing a little too far too fast. So take a step towards me, towards her. Yep. Yeah, see how she's more calm now?
Click.
I actually see your little nods off to the side, and I think you're picking up on a lot of body language too. So this is really creative. The more you understand your body language, the less intimidated you'll be to interact.
Yeah.
Because you'll know
I'm gonna have to start watching you guys' videos.
But that's what intimidated me with birds early on, is that I didn't know what anything meant. And so
No.
it was scary.
So, okay,
She
we're
just
running
wants
out.
to keep coming.
Yeah,
in.
so
Watch her, it really gets me
so let's go ahead and put her on something else.
confident, like, well, this means that, so I know to interact, or this means that, and I know not to interact.
Right.
Up.
And then have her station.
Station.
Yeah, we're wearing her out.
Yeah.
Yeah, let's go and put her up for a minute.
Nope, there's nothing.
So have her, if she's gonna be like that, just have her fly to you.
I think she thought I had a treat.
This is amazing right there. Going in the cage. It's
Go and give her a treat for that.
brilliant.
Awesome, good job.
Good job. Good
See,
job,
that's
bird.
one thing I am able.
Good
That's
job.
one thing I'm thankful for. I am able to get them in and out of the cages fairly well.
Yeah, that's awesome.
So the only feedback I have from that, the primary feedback, is that us trying to have a conversation with more in-depth questions during the session made you lose focus, and then we had like little slips and things. So realizing that she operates at like, you know, a hummingbird pace,
Okay.
we'll have to save the in-depth questions for after the reps are done.
Okay.
Just so we, because with her, I'm noticing if we make mistakes, she's repeating that again.
Okay.
And so we want to make sure we really dial it in. I know we lost some footage on that shot, unfortunately, but you can kind of see that progression and how there was a point where you're doing really well, and then we had to like ease it back to fix a few little mistakes.
Yeah.
Probably my fault too for asking questions.
No, I mean I get easily distracted because I'm trying to like take everything in.
Yeah.
So it's me too.
Which is, you know, it's not honestly, it's not a fault. Just be aware of it, and we'll work around it.
Yeah.
Okay.
That's the only reason I bring it up, you know, because I want to get the most success out of this for you, and I want to answer those questions. But we ran into it in the last class with the Galah. The Galah threw like literally a dozen things at this poor lady in 2 seconds, and there's no way we can relay all that. Just as like you have the same amount of questions, but we're on your bird's timeline, right? So I just want to make it's nothing personal. Just recognize that that's how
Yeah,
it
no,
is,
that's
and
what we gotta do.
we'll just
because
dial it in.
They're ready.
Yeah.
Very watchful.
Yeah, and you can tell she's super smart.
Yeah.
So,
It's fun to train.
yeah,
Really good.
Girl.
so cute.
Station.
Awesome.
The only thing I'd clean up is when both feet are on the wood, but
Okay.
you were almost there.
Station.
Perfect. Just so it's clean. If it's like becomes the top of the cage, that can become the door as well. You know what I mean? We want it to be that
Real specific.
very specific section.
Like, why are you doing this to me? Station.
Nice. Now, I want you to point at the perch, but have your finger a foot away from it. So still say station, but instead of tapping it, you're going to be a foot back.
Okay. Station.
That's awesome.
That's good. Now this time you're going to move your hand back even a little more.
Up. What are you looking at? Up.
That phone's making noise. Yeah, the phone, yeah.
Oh, yes.
Station.
Nice. So you have a tendency to still have your hand a little closer than I'm asking.
Oh, okay.
So,
Like here?
yeah.
Okay.
We're really getting our R3.
Station.
Nice.
She's stepping up, stepping down, and doing a flight.
Yeah, should I be treating her for the step ups? Because I haven't.
Only if you start getting hesitation with the step up.
She's so good about step ups. I can get her to step up on anybody's hand.
I would
So
just
when she
move.
flies
I would
away,
move
what's
that
right?
clicker, but
Yeah, that's.
let her
only it's
stay
got
there
the
for a
clicker.
second.
So then put her, you can put her back on this black perch for now, the black chair, and then without moving your feet, point to the perch and tell her to sit.
Station.
Yeah.
See, all I gotta do is point now.
Now this time I want to keep getting you further and further back, so you can set her on that same chair since that's working. Yep. And then let's wait a second so she doesn't just go on her own. So don't click, good, you're good. So let's go to reset her.
She just noticed the other bird. So when you're
So you
getting
might need a
hesitancy
treat
like
there.
that, you might need to start using a treat. Oh.
That was a little late.
And you were getting hormones on that.
Yeah, no clickaroo on that one.
How can you tell hormones on that?
Her
Started
wings dropped.
drooping her feathers.
See, I only noticed it when they're
So hang out, focus. So we missed that opportunity there. So we got, this is the last, okay, on this next rep, we have to get it right
Okay.
for her sake, which I don't think I explained in this class. So go ahead and reset her, but then really focus on her and send her to station before she chooses to go. Okay, so watch your body language.
Station.
Nice, that was really
Good.
good. Okay, so while she's eating, tell me what you were gonna say. It was, I think it had to do with clicking on her hormones or wings down.
Oh yeah, when they're, I don't notice it unless like they're very droopy.
She had just started. It was like, and he clicked. Okay, so let's let her. Oh, she's.
We know what you know what to do. Should I put
There's
her up?
saffron seeds over here.
I think I want to see more of your station. Why don't you do what you did? I'm gonna move the cage a little bit, and we'll play with that.
Like
So
move
go ahead and
her
put her
further
back on the black chair.
Up.
So you might need a treat here, since you're getting the hesitation.
Up.
So show her a
I'm
treat.
gonna block this stuff. That seems to be a
Good.
thing.
See, she's getting.
So you can set her down and give her a treat for setting her down. Because now she's not hormonal when you put her down.
Yep.
I didn't tell you
She's like, I thought it was a race. Got here first. Come on.
Add pressure from my side here.
So you got to work through these step ups better than you're doing and
Good
use a
girl.
treat, because you're losing points every time you do that. Does that make sense?
I'll show her on the next one. So
Okay.
go ahead and tell her to station whenever you're ready.
Station. Station.
So take one step towards it. There you go.
Station.
She's looking at
What if she walked forward, tapped it, and walked back?
Oh yeah, she was looking at that. Good call.
You just, that doesn't sound good. Station.
Okay, this is a good example. Oh, she's gonna get it. Make sure you click when she lands.
So would this be like one of the times where you like ignore her and then try it again? Station.
I think she should tap it and then step back. To let her know where you want her to go.
Station.
Yeah. There you go.
Good girl.
Oh.
Oh,
It would act as like the reminder of the treat. Do you
Yeah.
know what I mean?
Yeah. So let me grab a treat from you, and I'll show you what Jamie's trying to explain with the. Let's be able to grab a safflower. Sorry.
Oh, here is.
Thanks. Upgrade the treat. So I was.
Yeah.
What Jamie's trying to have you do is show the treat, ask for the step up,
Yeah.
and then you can give it like that.
Okay.
So, because there's a few, she's like giving you clear warnings of no, and if you ignore those for too many months or years or days, she'll start to bite you because she's
Yeah.
like no. So, all right. So I'll have you recue her.
And for you with that, like once you get brave to start like interacting with her, if she ever says no, like you're like, hey, you want to come here? And she's like, no.
Station.
I want you to step back and say, why not? How can I make it so that you do want to step up? Versus what she was doing is she's just like, your step up's always awesome, you're always solid. I'm just gonna keep asking in different ways. She's avoiding. She just keeps chasing
She
her.
probably just tell me like no. I said
She'll nail you, and she'll eventually nail her too for doing it. So that's why I'm like, you've got to work through in a positive way of being like, oh, she said no to me? Like, why? Do I need to show a reminder of the treat? Do I need to like step back for a second? Do I need to give her a minute? Do I need to try again in a little bit? But working through that more
It's
positively.
also helpful for me, actually. Listening to
I'd give her a treat
Good.
for that for now. Yeah. She knew. So I'll have you reset her, and I'm going to move the station more. So okay, so that's a no. So try some of these.
See, and I'm not sure if she's actually telling me no or if she thinks, because I give her the treats and they're so small and they fit in between my fingers, so I don't know if she thinks I'm trying to give her a treat.
Oh, and she's digging for them.
She knows that they're in
Yeah,
Okay,
she definitely
so-
found them on that one. Oh, you're gonna make it hard.
If she hesitates, like Jamie said, you just tap tap.
Okay.
She knows.
Station.
So from there,
Just complete it.
Yeah, so go
Yeah,
through
yeah.
on that. And complete it.
Complete it.
Station.
So you might need to tap on it.
Station. Here's the big distraction.
It's okay. She's interested. Good.
Good. Give her 2 for that. So she worked through it. So this time, we'll do the exact same thing, but hopefully she doesn't land on that. If she does, I don't want her getting 2 because I don't want her thinking that's the trick.
Up. Up. Good girl.
Okay, so where does Zazu's owner go from here? Because obviously this was just a 2-hour class. We just got started and dipping into stationing. So what is her homework?
So when you're teaching stationing, you want to increase the amount of time before you ask your bird to fly back to you. And to do that, there's a few different ways to do it, but one of the most effective ways is to allow the bird to make a couple of mistakes, or in other words, experience failure. So you're going to station the bird back, treat for that, wait. If the bird decides to fly before you've called it, reset the bird, wait. And there's a challenge with this. You don't want to overdo that by having the bird fail tons of times. But that's a big part of that process. The second thing is to realize that your bird has kind of a comfort zone, where traditionally we talk about it as the birdie bubble. When you're inside this area, the bird is actively engaged with you. When you step just outside of that, the bird wants to come to you because it's no longer close enough to receive that comfort from your presence. And so you want to probably increase the amount of time the bird stays by staying slightly within his comfort bubble. And if you made the mistake of pushing 1 or 2 steps too far back, your bird's going to make that flight first, and you're going to lose the opportunity to increase the amount of time that the bird's waiting. And you can eventually build back up to stepping further back, but it's about getting that weight first.
Yeah, so just keep in mind that your distance proximity to your bird really dictates how comfortable your bird is staying in that particular place. And since we want to be able to reward the bird for staying there, set him up for success, and do what you can to make it so that you can extend the amount of time that he's actually at that station. Also, over time, you will increase the distractions in which your bird can actually complete this behavior in. So hopefully this video is incredibly helpful in teaching you to station your bird if it's something that can come in handy for your parrot.
Station. No.
So I'm going to have you stand here to block the bird
Okay.
as you point where you want her to go.
Station.
Good.
Nice. You can give 2 on that as well. That was really good. Cool.
So I think the other thing that happened when she landed on that cage, you went into any other interaction with another bird means like they're gonna fight and and you just like assumed
Yeah.
the outcome
Yep.
versus giving her the opportunity to work through it and say like, okay, guess what? All the awesome reinforcement is coming over here. And she never once looked at that conure like, well, I could just crawl down and like kill you instead.
Did
You
you-
totally redirected it, and she was like, yeah. I wanna
Yeah,
go
did you
there.
notice her attention was like always on what the next thing was?
I didn't, just because I'm like, oh God, is the top of that cage covered? Is anybody gonna, I don't
Yeah.
want anybody to lose
And she
toes.
really didn't even look at it.
No, she
fly at
didn't
all.
care. You were the only one that cared. That's why we were like, complete
Well,
it,
and that's
complete it.
where I need you guys to come in and like, because I worry about that kind of stuff way too much. You want to do it again?
Well, but she was the key to a formal session. She was looking to you for direction.
I
Yeah.
have about 10-second battery left on it, just so you know. So
So if this is good, we'll end on this one for her.
Station. And that was just you being so close to her that you were easier for like.
Matter of fact, sweetie, I better disconnect because I need to.
Station.
I need to get this directions back to Patterson Hospital when this session is done. So I need the
Station.
juice. Okay.
Good.
Nice.
Should I give her 2 or
You can give her 1.
You stayed so much calmer that time too. That your
She like
confidence level-
saw the other bird.
Well, now that I know there's no
I
fire.
just wanted it on the green to be able to get a better.
Yeah.
No, I can't.
I'd like to end on the great one, so we'll try one more time.
Well, we're almost done anyway, so I'll disconnect and then we'll see you at the hospital.
Oh crap! I know I forgot about that.
Oh, the bottom of the chair?
Yeah.
All right, honey, I love you. We'll see you in a bit, okay?
Okay. So she's suggesting putting it on the seat part.
And should be more level with the church line too.
Oh, good idea.
Just because we want 100%.
Station.
Yeah.
Cool. Yeah, you jackpot that. That was good.
Good
That's
job.
Really good on camera.
You
So
are.
I guess my aha moment would be not to assume that step-ups are always going to be great and I should reward them every now and then.
That's awesome. What about you?
I don't know if I have an aha moment, just watching her work with the bird, it's kind of impressive and it makes me want to kind of do it too, and
Yay.
I don't know. It's something that I'd like to work towards, so.
Mission accomplished.
Nice.
We're converting him.
That's what I
Yeah,
want to
there you
hear. I'm glad you suggested that because I'm like, please, I hope they suggest he works with her.
Yes, for sure.
I want to give a huge shout out to Off the Hook Exotics for their amazing hosting of our masterclass.